Welcome to the Watchtower. Thank you for tuning in. We got another weekly debrief, Watchtower debrief to go through what's been going on this week in the one scene. If you have not tapped into the Instagram yet, make sure you go to Watchtower Sports on Instagram. Got our page going right now. Updates here. We posted our tier list that we had did earlier this year. Make sure you stay in the conversation about that. And as we do these debriefs, we're gonna have our takes posted. So make sure you stay connected. Jeremy, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I've been good. There's been a lot of a lot of stuff coming up this week about news. Some of it NBA, some of it here in one space. It's been fun.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. We got lots to cover. We just finished a reaction to a game, Bruce versus King. Y'all go check out that reaction itself. That'll be its own standalone video as we react live to what actually happened. But we will be reviewing the games that we watched through the week because it's a lot of content to go through. And we want to start with this Rob and Greg game right here. So this Rob versus G5. And Rob won. Rob won 30-16, 30-15, I believe. And it was domination in that second half. Um, Rob looked better the whole time, but he got control in the second half, man.
Yeah,
What do you
it
think?
wasn't
Talk to me, bro.
it wasn't a good game from Rob, in my opinion. Hot
Uh
take, I
huh.
guess, because I heard the way the announcers, the commentators were talking. I don't think he. I love how he was going to the rim. That's why, like, there's no way you're gonna lose if you're better than him and you're actually going to the rim if you rock, right?
Yeah,
So that was good. The method was good, but even he could have shot the ball better. He could have been more efficient with his threes.
there were a ton of misses in the game. I can't wait to see the stats. I don't think they showed the stats. There was
Yeah,
a
I don't
ton
think
of
they did
misses.
either.
I think the stats were not gonna look good because this was a very long video. CNC really built on the drama of how this matchup started, and Lance talking his trash and everything. So they promoted this game very well. But as the game happened, it was a very uh, tense game. It's one of those nice, ugly games that you remember. So
Hmm.
I like that aspect of it. But if we looked at the stats of it, and I believe this the IG page for that? This shooting stars page. So my forgive me for searching, but there's a page on Instagram that shows stats. I want them to show the stats. It's not this page. I want them to show the stats on how many misses there were as this game went on, man. Because there were a ton of misses.
Yeah,
But um, what's so go through it, man. What's your observations about how things went? You think Rob didn't play that good of a game? What's that
I
about?
don't think he played that good of a game. So it was the shot making on the threes. I like the drives, but I also think with the okay, I learned a lot about Ryan, and it was some good information about him. And it's that okay, he does have that dog in him that they say, when they say that dog in him, that dog, they always say he doesn't have it, and I was also saying it. But what it is with him is when he when he is in that mode, he doesn't know how to. He's not as he doesn't know how to stay also logical while being in that mode. So some of the things he did, like maybe sometimes he was even just a little too much like a pit bull defensively and even offensively. Just sometimes he's just trying to be too much of a pit bull. I think a lot of the logic in his game left when he got mad. But overall, he's still com- like a problem in that way when he plays in that mode too.
Yeah, still, that's a fact. So yeah, even when he is upset or wondering where the fouls are at or going against some very physical defense, and you feel like his mind is rattled, he is still talented. He's still making things happen. But for those that are critical of Rob, this game did still show some of what the critiques are. No player is perfect, and the critique on Rob has been that he doesn't know how to put away a tight, tense game.
Yeah.
So this was somebody in Greg that he's way better than, but the refs were swallowing their whistle on things, and I also believe at the same time, um, Greg and Rob were looking for too many fouls too from refs. So I will say that as that happens, I see Rob getting distracted. I think that's what happens to Rob. I think it distracts Rob. And we're watching the makes right now on the IG, but there's plenty misses. And
You know, oh,
some of those misses came from settled threes, man.
right. I don't think
And
I think
yeah,
I
them
I
long
like
range threes
his
weren't all good decisions.
I liked his shot tendency. Um, as far I liked how many threes he took. The amount was good this game. It's the best I ever seen. But
Hmm.
one thing about him is he's just never been the one critique I can always have on Rob. He's never been a good game manager, knowing when to do what.
Hmm.
Uh, and like, okay, this possession I'm gonna drive, this possession I'm gonna shoot. He's never been good at that. And this game, I think he finally was good at that because he was listening to his corner. He was actually pretty decent about that, but he was since he was so mad, he was not managing other things well, which was the kinds of bumps he's giving to Greg and the complaining to the ref.
Hmm.
Um, he wasn't managing those things, and I feel like the anger also messed up his shot.
That's my
Yeah,
suspicion. So the page I was talking about was one-on-one report. If you don't follow this page, you might want to because they have some good stats. They put stats up, people, and stats is the next thing that this space needs to get better at, like keeping track of stats and all that. So they keep track of stats here, and I'm sure it's a matter of seconds before they just upload the stats for Rob and Greg. But I'm interested in those, man, because um, a lot of misses. I think Rob needs to work on his decision making. We put him at the end of the S tier. We don't think he's A plus. We think he's better than that. We think his
yeah,
talent is too much. I think his long ball is too much of a threat. Look at where Greg has to play him. Like it really leaves him a very compromising spot. And Rob's handle and driving ability, good foot speed, good hand fighting, good finishing around the rim. Though Rob has smoked some stuff at the rim this game, do you remember that too? Um,
yeah.
he
He did.
still,
He did.
yeah, he smoked some stuff at the rim. He still was able to put a complete game together to take care of somebody like Greg. So I can't wait to see what comes next for Rob. From what I understand, this is the last 1v1 game that Rob played. And he played this, I believe, within the weekend after the DA game.
Yeah,
DA was a big part of this game, being on the FaceTime. TNC dudes was chirping at him a lot. Lance walking all over the court too. So this was an interesting battle.
yeah. They were hinting at Moon and Da playing.
Yep. Oh yeah. I don't think DA wants parts of Moon though.
Nah,
I like Moon talking a lot in this game too. Yeah, that was good.
yeah,
It was
because
a, it was this was a fun video.
Yeah, Moon know how to manage a game. That's where DA can't handle, in my opinion.
Mm,
If somebody actually knows how to manage a game,
yeah, step by step. What do I do if I'm down by 9? What do I do if I'm up by 4? Yeah, all these different things. Moon has played
oh,
so many games.
like yeah, Moon and Kel, they know how to manage.
They're vets. DA is not a 1v1 vet. He's a fighter.
Right. That's
So
why management players, they it's the kryptonite for a guy like that doesn't play one.
we're not going to spend too much time on Greg because I've been watching the clips from last week, and I think we were doing a lot of trash talking of guys. I want to continue to big guys up and highlight their what makes them good. But Greg, I just don't enjoy watching him. Um,
Yeah.
he says in his interview with Duran Lamb and Teague that he was more prepared for his moon game and less prepared for this. I can believe it, but it didn't look like it. This don't look way worse than the moon game. If that was more prepared in his moon game, then I have real concerns about whether he's good at all. He's not as mobile as he should be, and I don't see how he's gonna get to 30. You text me like the question that Moon asked Lance, which was so good, is Lance, how is he gonna get to 30?
Yeah. Because Greg had to fight to look to do guard moves. Because you can tell he didn't play guard. He got to fight to play to do these moves that and like being a guard takes a lot of stamina and a lot of skill and and, and you got to have a lot of quickness too. And he
Yep.
doesn't have either one of all three of those.
He is his movement is very goofy too. He doesn't look agile. Like he
Yeah,
got long. He not super tall. He just got long legs and stuff. It's like it's very clunky movement as he's trying to
sure.
track things like that. His foot speed is not like that. These are guys who are used to playing guard. He doesn't look like he's used to playing guard, man. He really doesn't. But at the same time, mind you, he's old. His age is old, so he's in mid 30s, I believe. He's cool with Lance and DA. So uh, I'm personally not interested in seeing more of his 1v1 games.
Yeah,
Who knows what type of superpower he is in 3-on-3?
he probably is very because I seen yeah he was alright. So he probably is he and he can still play like a competitively against like a Mike Harden or something. I think if it's somebody like that or like a Keyshawn,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe it could be a good game.
Possibly. But where are the points coming from, man? What's bad? What's his approach to scoring? I just don't
Exactly.
get it. I don't know it. I
How
don't trust
who
his
you get to
jumper. I
throw?
don't trust his drive. Ugh. We're gonna chill, man. We're gonna chill out. That's all I have for the game.
Yeah,
We have Ti Penix versus Jordan the ball. This was the
this
game
was
that was being played as they were negotiating the Greg and Rob game. But I
oh,
was
let me
not
say
focused
one
on the
more
negotiation. So talk to me.
right. Let me say one more thing. Lance, you gotta get I hope he gave all the money. But that's it.
Oh, there
Or
was
all the
debate
5K.
about whether he gave all the money.
Yeah. Because I think he had like 3,600
Mm.
and he's posing that as 5,000.
Oh, he didn't actually have 5,000 on him.
And he didn't tell see, he said it to the camera that he didn't have all 5K. He was gonna have to cash that, but you gotta tell Rob that
Yeah, this
that's not
Rob
all
knows
the
that.
5K.
That's important.
Yeah,
Yep. So we got Jordan and Ti. I like this game. I will not forget this game. So the first half,
yeah,
Ti went up. What was it, 15-4, something like that?
15-4. Yeah, I remember that. 15-4.
So what happened in the second? That was a violent walk down. If you want to see a good comeback, we were watching we had a watch party for our um Born Ready platform versus Next Chapter card. And one of the questions, what's some of the best walk downs? I named the Scar walk down where uh, the dude from Detroit walked him down. He was down 15-0 at halftime, and then he won 30-29. So that's a nice one. But this one right
Yeah.
here was a different type of walk down because this was 15-4 at halftime, but then second half, guy that had 4 points scored the rest of the points in the game.
Hmm.
And that's what happened,
Insane.
guys. This was a violent walk down. This was a nightmare for Ti. Like
Yeah.
Jordan, he attacked good angles. He played mind games with Ti, so Ti didn't know how to contest the jumper in the second half. Uh, Jordan didn't even, Jordan doesn't have good foot speed. He is an older guy. He plays like it, but um, Ti fouled a lot. I didn't see the discipline from Ti. And he got mentally rattled in the second half and just was so flat when he got the ball back because Jordan didn't make every single shot in the second half. But when Ti got the ball back in the second half, he just couldn't do it, bro. And that was concerning for his future in ones at the top level.
Man, that was a nice comeback. Like Jordan's shot making, it
Hmm
was like some Paul Pierce type of shot making. That's
It
how that's
was
how Pierce game.
it was surgical,
Yeah.
and this is how like dads beat their sons in 1v1. When the dad used to be nice, that's how
Yeah.
the movement was.
Like maybe Gilbert Arenas playing one of his sons some years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. This is how a dad would play his son. His son grew a little bit. They actually look like they're the same height, but the dad just he knows what this player doesn't know how to do. And uh, I'm impressed by Jordan. I want to see him do some more. I want him to stick around on the top league, see what else he can do because that was impressive. Not everybody could do that, man. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, the way he went up, he had a nice bag to start off. He just needed a little more. Um, he just needed a little more of a game plan for like a backup game plan.
You're
What
talking
what
who?
kind of backup? Ti.
Okay.
The way he went up, 15-4, it was good. It was
Yeah.
good. He had some nice move, nice shot making. Yeah, so if he gets more adjusted, then he'll be good.
Yep. He can make his way back to this type of level, but and he showed flashes in the first half, obviously. But I guess he just has to work on his jumper, through the good and the bad. Like he was able to get his shot up in certain windows. Excuse me. If he just works on
He's
making
he's
his
too
shots
skinny.
more, just die in that gym. Continue to kill yourself going through the grind of the gym. And he'll be good.
Yeah, he's just too skinny.
Yeah, he doesn't have a build that's able to withstand what's going on. That's a fact. So those are our TNC games. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, back for break. Uh, you were chatting a little bit during the break. Wills, let's have a conversation about Ti. What do you think he should do to improve and avoid situations like this and put the game away? What does that actually look like? What does putting the game away actually look like for Ti? What didn't you like in the second half?
I think about I think about how Keem OT from OTD, how he's very surgical about you know having a backup plan and another backup plan and another backup plan. Just
You're talking Keen. Your audio had cut out a little bit.
yeah, Keem.
Okay, so Keen. Yeah, right. Go ahead.
Yeah, he got a backup plan, another backup plan, another backup plan. Like it's always another. So Ti didn't doesn't have the thorough brain that you need in in a 1v1 against equal competition.
Yeah.
Because even though he was 15-4, I could tell like this was good comp for him. He just was playing very well. He came in with the right scouting. With the it's like when uh somebody having a good first impression of you. Can you maintain the first impression that in real life? Like, can you
Hmm.
maintain that? I don't think he
It's
had a
like
good job.
dealing with women.
Yeah, can a can a woman still think that you are an intelligent person if she thinks that at first? Like the way she will is if you keep teaching her things. If you keep so it felt like he let go by not coming up with something else to dominate with.
Mm. So you didn't think he looked prepared for a war where
Yeah.
there are battles within a war. Like
Mhm.
who got to 10 points first? Who got to 20 points first? What happens if he gets to that point mark first? What are you gonna do? What do you do when you know that you missed that mark? What do you fall back on? He didn't look like he had his plan B's, C's, and D's.
Yeah. He okay, he's contesting my shot a little bit better this half. But I see the way he's jumping at me. There's something there that I could do next time he does that. So I
Yeah.
could like he's not that thorough mentally to get past that. So he's just gonna get stuck in the same cycle, which is so bad. He was stuck in a cycle on both his drives and his shooting, which is very bad. How are you getting stuck in a cycle on both?
Yeah.
So when you switch up, like when you switch up from shooting to driving, both everything, and it's the same stuff, the same drives, same types of shots. Yeah,
You
he
know,
needs more of a.
Jordan's heavier than him, man. Where was your driving game? Like, you
Mhm.
can't blow by Jordan.
He doesn't have a lot of moves to drive. That's another thing with him. He needs more. He needs more total moves that he knows he can go to deeper bag.
So the comment is, can we get the LA Fitness guys out of here? The reason why I bring that up is a hooper like Ti could use some physical conditioning. Not just don't just be a pickup player. Don't just be a pickup ball player. Also have some conditioning to you. Okay, I lift these weights so that I can make these moves. I do these win sprints so that I can make those moves. It doesn't look like he has it. Like he has a knack for playing basketball. But what about deeper than that? Do you
Yeah,
train to push yourself past your limits?
that's where it's gonna be tough for him. It's gonna be very, very tough for him these battles. He needs to. He needs a good coach um, off the court. I mean, off like off these games, and he also needs a good coach during these games too. Tell
Yeah,
him what to switch up to.
yeah, I agree, man. Anybody want to see Jordan go against? I'm gonna just say right now, the rumor is Baldy lost to Day Day.
Ball-
That is
Yeah,
what they said.
Baldy. I
Yeah,
was
so
just about to say
Baldy,
no Baldy.
bald versus bald, might as well they both go by bald head somehow, somewhere. Baldy killed Ti, so why
Yeah,
not bald head versus bald head? I like that.
yeah, nothing wrong with it. Oh,
Next matchup, the 2-on-1s. This is footage of the Nesco 2-on-1. This is footage of the Zay 2-on-1. Before we dig into the games, let's talk about the concept. I really like this.
yeah,
I didn't even know I needed this, but I love this.
it
Um,
was an amazing concept because it introduces new talent in a way that can also let them know how serious they need to take this space if they want to get to the top.
yeah, it's so good to let them get a taste of what this space is and how difficult this can get. So why not give them A plus tier and a S tier? Why not do that? Here, you
Like that's
two
what
little
Ti.
dudes. Say it again.
I said that I was gonna say that that's what Ti needs. That's what Baldy probably needs too. Like some of
Mm,
these new guys in TNC, they need this so that because I see Baldy didn't really manage the Hitman game well, in my opinion,
okay.
and
Okay.
and I'll say Ti, of course, probably the worst game manager on on TNC so far. No
Uh-huh.
disrespect,
Uh-huh.
to Ti, but he's
Yeah, right. Just
pretty
from
bad
what
at
we've
game
seen.
managing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they both need, let's say, a game against Latin, something like
Yeah.
that, or
I'm
a
just,
game.
who are the
Yeah,
guys? So let's here, tier list time. Who are the
Latin
guys
Moon,
that are supposed to be hosting the 2v1s?
TNC
Who
two,
are the ones
TNC
in the
two.
2v1s? So
And
we got this list here. So starting from S
for
tier,
TNC
Rob
or just
Polo,
in
yes.
general? You said
We're
what?
looking at everybody. I'm looking. So right now I have this tier list opened up, and I'm looking at the S tier and the A plus tier. I think everybody in the S tier can be the one person to go against two people, which is what Nas, Zay, Lamar, and Rob. Yeah, those four can be the headliners of a 2v1. Now we get to the A plus tier. Skoob, yes, he can. Um, Caleb Huffman, C4, yes, he can. He could go against some newcomers. Moon, yes, he can go against some newcomers. Now, Nesco, he did go against a newcomer. We're going to talk about Ness. Latin, yes, he could go against some newcomers in the 2v1. We got Keon, of course he can. BJ, I'll still say so. Now, when we
Yeah, I
get to
think A
A
plus and
minus, that's where it gets iffy. I think S and A plus is, yeah, absolutely, bro. So talk to me about the name
yeah,
so far.
these A minuses will lose some 2v1s. I think
Yeah.
Kel such a good game manager that if he played against weaker guys, then he'd definitely win.
Yo.
And he'd be also a good. It'd be also a good game for opponents to new opponents to learn from someone who really knows how to manage a game.
What does it
Like,
mean to go against a vet in 1v1s?
yeah,
Let me get a feel of that. Even if I only played 70% of the possession, at least I got a feel for that. And
but the reason I feel weird about A minus is because Nitty's not a vet in ones, but he's able to
correct.
be. You see, if that's a case that Nitty's in the same tier as you, and he's not even a ones guy, then you're gonna lose a lot of these ones.
Yeah, so Nitty isn't somebody that should host a 2v1. But Bruce, nah. I think for him to win, he would have to go against some people that are good. And same
Yeah,
with Cam. Same with, left hand Dom. Because this 2v1 thing, bro, the team of two, their stamina is gonna be there, man. Their stamina is there. Just as long as they, I don't know, do some jump rope on the side or something, they can stay fresh. You know, they can stay moving, stay nimble. So it's one guy going against two guys who they're not dog tired as you are. You know what I'm saying? So this is a challenge, man. And
yeah.
you need to be cream of the crop to be able to win it. So we'll break down these games, but if you haven't seen it yet, Zay won his game. Not Nesco didn't win his. So we'll talk about what exactly happened, man. Um,
I think. Hold on.
mhm.
I think with Bruce and Kel, I think that if they do it, they gotta play like lighter players, two lighter players.
They have to play
I think
lighter
that's how.
players, new, like super new to the space players. Um,
Yeah,
that type of thing,
like left hand dom as well. Yeah, same thing.
man. Absolutely. Let's go. I mean, we can just talk Nesco. Do you want to talk Nesco or Zay first?
Zay, Zay, that's the first one. Yeah, yeah.
Let's talk Zay. That was the first video to even come out.
Uh-huh.
Hey, that was such a funny clip right there when Zay looked at dude after he said, "Get that shit out of here." And
Yeah, that was lit.
that was very funny because Zay, like, you could tell Zay, like, his eyes lit up. Like, did he
He
just
was
did
like,
that?
"What?"
Okay,
That woke
man.
him
This
up.
was an entertaining one, man. I watched every single possession of this, bro.
Yeah.
Um, so he went against Jose, and let's look for the name of other guy. He went against Jose and Tyrandus.
Yeah.
Rand got bunnies. This is the thing that happens in a 2v1, right? So 2v1s are a very interesting concept because there's gonna be a star of that duo. And in this game, the star was Jose. Rand didn't make much of a name for himself here.
I
We'll see
mean,
what happens. We'll see how he develops. Talk to me.
I didn't really think there was a star. Here's what I mean. Like, I think the dark skinned dude defended better. The light skinned dude scored
Mhm.
better. But
Okay.
I don't think either one of them impacted more than the other like that, in my opinion. It's just that obviously putting points on the board when you're losing is more impactful.
Mhm.
But the light skinned dude struggled. Like, look at that. Like, that light skinned dude struggled defending they.
Yeah, he
Oh
did.
my goodness. It was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. So
Zay is putting points on the board against this guy.
this was a difficult duo for Zay to go against because
Hmm.
Ryan has size. Look, Ryan's taller than him. Um,
Yeah.
Jose is not. Jose is smaller than him. You see, I remember I was saying that at some point that Zay had lost some weight. It don't look like Zay's still stocky as hell.
Yeah.
His shirt is not flat. You know what I'm saying? His t-shirt, like,
Hmm.
it toughs out, bro. Zay still got some weight on him, man. So Jose could not compete, and Jose didn't have the skill to offset that or anything.
Yeah.
Um, Zay plays strong and measured, and I actually really think Zay came back after his 1v1s that he had that we reviewed in the week prior. I think he showed his sharpness in this 2v1 where I was really impressed, man. and he did not look gassed at all, bro.
Yeah. No, Zay's fitness is always top tier.
Yeah. Let me see a note I might have had about Jose. Jose athletic, but not polished or strong enough. He still makes mistakes. Yep, that's a fact. Yeah, the opponents were not as memorable here. This was a 2v1 where the star of the whole game was Zay. He remained a star. There was no surprise factor. There was no upset factor. Zay did his thing.
Man, his layups are so crazy, man. His contact layups.
Yeah,
That's like he's really LeBron with that for this space.
yeah. And ones, you know, floaters, runners. You already know, man. And
Yeah.
Zay's defense was there, bro.
Yep. It was.
Yes, they played a strong game. I'm proud of him. And this is A plus type stuff. I mean, I say A plus S tier type stuff.
Yeah.
So now we got to look at this Nesco game. So Nesco went against Deuce and Teo, I believe is they said his pronunciation Tello. That's the Spanish pronunciation. Is Teo.
Oh, okay.
So all I say is this is the type of game where we saw it and we saw the announcement that Teo got signed. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and he also got a pay-per-view slot as well. So, what do you think about what happened here?
Okay. First of all, let me just get the yo. The other guy was not good,
Okay.
but Teo. But the other guy still had some type of idea of how he could be, and just by getting just obviously it's a 2v1. Get him get Nesco tired, but
Mm.
Teo and I do think Nesco actually did.
You think Nesco what?
Teo he did get tired,
Okay.
even though he tries to refute that he
Hmm.
did. But Teo man, very good to the
Yeah.
point where
Teo is very good.
I think if he really gets consistent in this space, he's just gonna be A plus with Nesco. Like he is at that level. He might be at that level.
Ooh.
That's how good he is. Right now, I would say like he's like A minus. Um, I think he'd give Bruce problems. Like him and left hand Dom. That's his level right now.
Oh.
I think he's already there.
How interesting, man. So when it comes to Nesco, he scored what 19 points or so, and
Yeah,
Teo scored all 30 points except for maybe four of them.
yeah,
So if
three.
Teo beat him, Teo outscored him as the game happened. So yeah. Nesco only scored 19. Yeah, man. Um, yeah, Nesco's shot was off today. So Teo, he got the difficult shot making badge.
Mhm.
So he is a very interesting prospect. These are not easy shots in some of these highlights, man. He knows how to rise up wherever he is. That's a skill.
Yeah,
I knew he was different from his first couple middies. I said, "Oh, because those aren't easy middies, man." So,
yeah,
Teo, lefties are beautiful, bro. We love watching lefties, but he knows how to shoot through contested shots and test, strong, tight defense. Um, Watching that bucket right there, Nesco has weight advantage against Teo, but Teo was able to play against that and succeed.
yeah. And Teo
One
is
more thing I
strong.
like about Teo, he's not scared at all. So
Yeah,
Teo, I'll be interested in him because he's not afraid to talk, but he didn't do trash talking yet in this game. We'll see how he is when he's comfortable in the scene, but he didn't do trash talking yet.
yeah,
Um, he's not afraid at all though. So you have to have some balls to go against these A plus and S tiers, like these infamous names in the space, and think that you're gonna win. Like that, you gotta have some balls, man. To the point where Deuce, his Tails teammate here, it's like, dude, I'm just being a good teammate because I gotta let him go. I gotta let him do his thing. And for him to not be rattled at all by what's happened, I'm very impressed by Teo, and I see why he got that pay-per-view matchup.
yeah. I like Teo's got everything you need to be in a close game with pretty much anybody in the space.
Yeah, I
Just
agree.
every part of what
Oh
you
man,
need.
that's something so thank you for bringing it up because we have not talked about Teo's defense, though. Teo is a physical, sharp defender.
Yes, very great defender.
So somebody like Nesco who was cold and couldn't get a rhythm, this was a terrible defender for him to go against. And Teo, he's in your grill and he knows exactly where to poke. He knows where to stand. When he slides his feet, each step is efficient so that he can go exactly where he needs to go. It's very tough to go against somebody like this guy, man. So
That
that right
patience.
there, the patience, bro. These are highlights for Nesco. So these are the best of Nesco's offense. But man, some of the stuff we saw, if you know, some of his stops, go check the video out, man. Nesco got stopped on some plays. And it was like, wow, man, you need to look advanced. Now, one thing I'm gonna say, Nesco smoked some legs.
Yeah, he
Nesco
did.
lay ups, smoked some. So
You know,
Nesco got to be.
Nesco always had kind of a messy game
Yeah,
where offensively he's kind of sloppy a bit. Um, but he's so good defensively, and he's also so strong at getting to his spots that he ends up winning the game. You know, but he is going to have to eventually clean that up. Some of his layups, his jumpers, some jumpers just don't even go close to the rim. Like it's bad.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he gotta stay. He gotta stay neat. He needs to know how to clean up his game a little bit.
Agree. Yeah, there's some decision making that holds him back from being something like an S tier to me.
Yeah,
Um, he came on the scene and he had the hype. He's obviously played high level ball, college of Charleston, and I believe Radford. He's D1 guy, he dominated in high school. Excellent. But he got on the scene, there were some games that he would lose and confusing why you lose. So uh Nesco just needs to continue to put in that work because he's not perfect, just like nobody in the space is perfect. We will pick out flaws from anybody, but um, I think this was a game where he did not look like how he looked against somebody like dude in Detroit. You remember that game? If not, I'll pull
Detroit.
it up. If I go to Nesco versus, if I go to Nesco versus, I should have just clicked on the search bar up there. Uh, 10 most, 10 most. This game here. You remember this game here? You remember how he was here?
I remember this event and him being playing.
He had a good
Uh,
control with this opponent.
um, Let me see how this guy's possession goes. Okay, I remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Remember how
That
this
this
game?
guy. Yeah,
To be
he
fair,
tried to draw a
Tail is
foul.
way better than dude in this Detroit shirt right here. This white shirt,
Yeah,
Tail's way better than dog.
yeah. Here
He's
it
very.
was also some messy possessions, sloppy possessions from Nesco,
There
but
were. You're
Nesco,
right.
but Nesco overall, he 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 managed the game well.
Mhm.
I like how he managed.
Yeah, he did. So what else do I like? I like that right after this Tail 2-on-1. Nesco say, "All right, I need that. I
Hmm.
like that."
Yeah.
Nesco's a full competitor. I love that about Nesco, man. Nesco's needed in this
Mhm.
space. Even when Nesco's watching games on the side, he's like, "Man, let's turn up in here," and I love that. So,
Yeah.
um, Nesco, just continue to be you, man, and uh, keep the energy alive. I want to see the 1v1 as well. Since he wants it, I know Teo will play him.
Yep. That would be a very very good 1v1. That's pay per view level.
That would be a pay-per-view level 1v1, man. They should go and scrap. They should go see each other. Is there I wouldn't say that. Just in general, that's what I like from the 2v1s, man. So that's all I
So
have
those.
for OTD's games. What you got?
Oh, okay, okay. You were saying OTD.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
So
the other Z game.
I mean, what we can do? You said there's another Zay game.
Yeah,
Zay,
on
really?
his page.
Is that he played with the guy named Clark?
Yeah.
We reacted to that already.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we reacted to that one. Oh, Moon and Da had a heated face off. Oh,
The
all
one
right.
on his page, like on his channel, YouTube channel.
Zay versus yeah, Zay versus 6'3" Pro. Yeah, yeah. We reacted to this.
Hmm.
Yeah, we talked about this game. Yeah. So did you have anything new about it? Talk to me, man.
I actually forget a lot about the game, but yeah, I was just thinking that we had to go over it.
Okay, no, no, we already went over that game. Zay's jumper was what was the main concern for me, and I think that's his X factor for his games. That's what makes his games last either 15 minutes or 40 minutes. His defense is always going to be there. His flip shots, his shots at the rim, he's going to make those. But those threes, those are the ones that he's just either going to go in and help him close out soon or not. So that was my big take from his clock game.
Yeah, those
Now,
threes. He took
yeah, go ahead.
a lot of threes because he was working on it. I guess that was just basically a game just to try it out and
Yeah,
see a
that's what it's
game.
like. He was falling back on his threes a lot that game. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, he was falling back on his jumper a lot that game, but it wasn't always working. So he's gonna be in a king of the court, and we're gonna start talking about this event that OTD is gonna host February 13th, 2026. It's gonna be in LA. They're gonna do a king of the court with Zay and Skoob and Nas. Now, this has been a controversial game because there was a guy by the name of Lamar Peters who really wanted to be in this game, and there's a lot of talking on the internet about how he was not in this game. So he was chirping at Davo, a lot of comment sections, replying to everybody's comment, egging him on. And Skoob at one point said, "Hey, just take me off the game if you need to," but that didn't happen. And excuse me, Skoob is still playing in this King of the Court. Three guys. I guess be the first to 30 is going to be a drawn out battle, and I want to see it, man. So, what do you think about how this game came together, and what do you think about Lamar chirping about it as well?
Uh, man, I at the end of the day, I think regardless, it's going to be super competitive either way. But I wanted Lamar in it because he's newer to the space, so
Yeah,
there's a lot of that new excitement. That's always fun. So that's all.
and yeah, him being new, he's also loud, and he loves to play Nas. So that would have been real exciting. I hope these three keep the intensity up. Scoobs, Zay, Nas, because Nas is with the shit, but Scoob and Zay are fond of each other. Um, I don't know how friendly or fiery this game is going to be. I am concerned about that. These ain't best buddies, but they've done a lot of content together, so we'll see how hungry they are to beat each other up.
Yeah, that is a worry.
Now we got this game here. 20K on the line. G Herbo and Polo G versus 42 Doug and Skilla Baby. So this is the rapper game. They doing a 2-on-2. The Davo says is that all four of these dudes keep up with the space. So it was important to get them to be able to play their game, play with each other, bro. What do you think about this?
Yeah, take advantage of especially some of the older guys on that before they lose some of their powers hooping wise. You know,
Yeah. Yep.
it's
I
gonna be
agree.
great.
I like this too. Yeah, you're right about that because Herbo has reached 30. I think Doug has as well. Don't quote.
Yeah,
But all four of them, they they seem like competitive guys. They don't want to lose. Um, Polo G, I saw him putting in some work with Pep. Pep is the lead trainer. He's a elite trainer. Pep is.
yeah,
So Polo was putting in that work. Polo was able to rise up off the hardwood and dunk the ball easy. So we'll see how he shows his athleticism. Herbo, I don't know nothing about him. Doug, he's crafty. He's quick against people, but we don't know how he is against those that know how to play like real tough competitive ball. I don't know how
yeah,
well Doug is playing this if the game is on the line and it's close. But he does know how to handle the rock, finish. He makes sure he finishes his layups and all that. He knows how to throw dimes too. Doug is a point guard. I'll say that. Skilla baby. I have not watched him play. I heard he's nice. I heard
Skilla
Skilla
baby. I
Baby
have not watched him
made
play either.
varsity ninth grade. I heard that.
Hmm.
If he did, then he's good. But if he didn't, then that's cat. You know what I'm saying? Then we don't care about that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I don't have too many takes. I'm not familiar with how they hoop, but it should be funny.
yeah. Polo G. I did see him play one just against like DDG years ago or something like that. He played against DDG for sure. I think he played against someone else too. Yeah,
Only
he's
fear
fine.
is just Polo. Just Doug is tight, man. I'm afraid Polo G and Herbo. will be able to take advantage of Doug's hype.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Is Herbo a good hooper? Or you said
I
he's
have no
not,
idea.
but yeah, okay. I didn't even think about that. I can't, I'm not even seeing the screen because it froze for me. But
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
but it's all right. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no problem. I have no idea if
Herbo.
he's good. But he has some like clearly when I clicked in G Herbo basketball, he's done some stuff on YouTube.
Mhm. Yeah, he's probably done some like yeah, and plenty of charity games by now. He's been famous for so long.
Yeah. So he also have some 1v1s. We just talked about Tail. Tail versus Mike Carter, man. I like this matchup. See, Tail after his game against Nesco said he's ready to play anybody.
Hmm.
But this is a test. If you're ready to play anybody, come play somebody who knows how to beat people that are trash at least, So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
you
good first
should
step.
win. It's a good first step. And Mike is coming off of a bad loss to Kel. That's his last YouTube loss. He also technically lost that game on Z League down in New Orleans, down in Louisiana. So, um, yeah, Mike wants to win. Mike name has been played with. So, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I think Teo is winning.
I agree.
I think he's winning. He should win by. I actually think he will win like 30 to 19, 38.
Mm,
Yeah, I think he'd win like that. It's going to be a convincing one. Something like 30 to 20, 30, 19, things like that. Yeah.
I agree that he can do that, man.
Because I
That's a,
see that his mentality is the right in the right place as far as right. I got another move like we were saying about what we were saying Ti don't have, which is I got another move. I got another
hmm
move, and
hmm
he also knows how to bend very well.
Yeah,
Mike Harden, Mike Harden. I mean, he can hit some tough shots, but he really struggled against Cal's defense. Right? I think
yeah,
Teo has more ability defensively than Cal. I think Cal's very smart defensively, but Teo got the ability, and
yeah. I agree.
that's going to be tougher for Mike Harden to score on in a given possession.
Yeah, for sure. So Mike Harden has the skill. If a coach tells Mike Harden, "Hey, do this specific move right here in front of these cones," he'll do it. But when he's going against defenders, there's something off about him.
Yeah,
He has ability, but does he put it together at the right time? I don't know. Um, I was disappointed in his Kale performance. He's gonna go against
yeah.
Teo, who's hungry. He's gonna go
I
against
actually
Teo,
just
who's
watched that game.
fearless. Oh, you just watched Mike Harden and Kale?
Yeah, this week.
Yeah, yeah, because you were going through a big Kale binge this week. Know that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Mike Harden. This is a game you're not supposed to lose. If you're as nice as people say you are, but you gotta put it together. You gotta kill, honestly. Um, if you kill somebody like Teo, that's a good separator of. I know this dude put up a good performance, but I'm not there. And like he's not here with me. And Teo, that would be something to drive his hunger. But if Teo were to win, it would be very disappointing because that would be very dismissive of Mike Harden. Mike Harden, we think there's talent there, but Mike Harden, he has to. put it into a win, man. And he hasn't done that in a very long time. He was able to do it against Ryan. Good job. But we need to see you like consistently do that. So if you can beat
Yeah.
Teo, this is gonna be his second 1v1 on a big platform. I don't know how much 1v1 Teo's played. He looks pretty sharp. I get it, but Mike Harden's supposed to win. That's how I'm just making sure everybody understands. But we got another 1v1. A few more. Bruce and Dooley. How familiar are you with Dooley?
Nah.
Okay. Check out some Dooley. Dooley's won some 1v1s. Um, he's played against some, D1 guys and stuff. But he ain't played somebody like Bruce yet. I don't know
Mm.
1v1. So uh Dooley has a ton of wins, actually. But he hasn't played against guys like Bruce. Come against some. Dooley has some shot making. Bruce has all the defense in the world. So uh, I anticipate this game will take a long time. I anticipate all Bruce games will take a long time. So
Yeah.
um, this should be a tough fought battle, and we'll see who comes out on top. Because I want Bruce's offense to come back to him.
Yeah. He just man, I want him to get at least a consistent um open jumper and consistent free
Consistent
throws.
open jump. Yeah, it's just a free throw. Yep, I agree, man. He looked very offensively stiff. Even with the free throw, it didn't look like a pro. That was tough to watch. I was disappointed. Yeah, man. Then we got Trey Lewis versus Lamar Peters. So this is a face-off we saw today. They did a face-off
Yeah.
on backcourt connection. They had D Lamb and Marcus T. Coasting. So um, good face-off, by the way. Lamar, he's a star level promoter, uh, a king of talking. Battle rap even has their kings of face-off. People like the T Rexes, the Cassidy's. He reminds me of like a T Rex. He reminds me of somebody like a Sousa. It's similar there too. But he's
Yeah.
going against
Suso.
Trey Lewis. Yeah,
Yeah. He is
there's
like
things
Suso.
about Lamar that remind me of Sousa a lot. But
Yeah.
uh, Lamar and Trey Lewis are gonna see each other in a 1v1. Trey Lewis, aka Joseph Lewis, certified pro, Big East experience, former NBA guard, overseas vet. I like it. So um, Lamar has to go against him. Lamar's first, no, no, not first, but it's not his first time going against a star hooper who made his name outside of 1v1s. With this is his first NBA guy, obviously. What do you think?
I haven't seen Jordan play in a long time, in like a very long time. It was some event in some city. I wasn't seeing, but what was that? Like maybe over a year ago.
He played Skoob. They
Okay,
played
yeah, that's
about
what it is.
15 or 16. Who pulled the win out? And it was in St. Vincent, I believe, bro.
Mm,
Yeah, I believe it was in St. Vincent, St. Mary's. The gym was that colorway. Good matchup. Good test. Good bump. Trey Lewis deserves a game like this. He's obviously proved himself as a basketball player, so he can get who anybody he wants. He just has to be able to pull a win out. Now let's go and Jerome Randall. Do you know Jerome Randall?
no.
I don't either, but people do. It seems Archie Goodwin, Modesty, people like that know Jerome Randall. So I hope for a great game. But Jerome has age on him.
One
Obviously,
second,
they got
my
this.
headphones about to die.
Oh,
I'm about to switch them.
all right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but
Bet.
I'm gonna I'm gonna disconnect them.
Okay.
But you can still talk. I can still hear you.
All right, bet. So we got Jerome Randall. I'm not familiar with him at all. I'm just gonna say it. Obviously, we see this Mavs picture. Um, when you see an NBA jersey and you don't see a sponsorship on it, that means it's been some years since they were actually in uniform. They were able to be associated with a team like this. They say he's nice. They say he was scary when he was in his 20s, but he's not. He's older. He's premier in his experience, but we don't know if he's premier in his abilities to date. So I still got to go with Nesco. But if we get somebody nice enough to beat Nesco, obviously that's a win for the space. We need more talent. There's more and more talent, bro. So well, I appreciate him taking on the challenge. So that is Lamar and Nesco both playing some former NBA guys. Uh, I like it, and I want to see more former NBA guys, man. Mike Harden, former G League as well. So that is that card. And finally, we got shoot threes, not people. So I'm hearing the 757 is able to go to this event, and they got this right here, which was super viral. The Owen Brown versus MJM T-Dot game. And it's a super physical, ton of fouling, ton of flagrants, ton of uh, fighting moves, elbows, pushing. This is ain't what we want to see in the space. I Watchtower Sports follows T Dot on Graham, and he's saying something about he know, knows what he did wrong. Then it's not gonna happen again. But this was very tense.
It is
Just
no.
being in the building. Talk to me.
Those clips, man. Those clips. I'm surprised Owen just able to walk it off and still high spirit.
Yeah, yeah, man. Um, Owen was able to stay on topic. You know, he was able to keep his head in the game. These things didn't happen until MGM T Dot didn't look like he was going to win at all. So then it led to a lot of pushing and shoving. Um, that wasn't that push right there that he did to Owen's face was not the game ender. It was the elbow that put Owen on the ground that ended everything. And he was this elbow right here. That's the end of the game. It was a lot of posturing from a lot of different people, a lot of arguing, family associated with T Dot, and uh, people in the arena not happy with what T Dot was doing. People definitely were proud of how Owen carried himself. He was the ultimate professional. Want to see clean basketball, but this was entertaining for somebody that was in the building for sure. Um, uh, Shout out to Shoot Threes, not people. Um, but shout out to Owen as well for pulling out a win by disqualification. But he was definitely a violence.
Yeah, Owen was. Owen is. I've seen him. I looked around and saw even some other games he played that I didn't watch the game, but I watched like highlights and he got a nice bag.
He
Got a
does.
very nice.
He has some great mobility
Mhm.
for his height. He must be a 6'2". Uh, I like how he plays. So my only complaint with Owen is he can go into some like bad cold streaks. So I want him to just clean that up. Continue to drive. No drive was easy for either guy in this game. By the way, there was some tough drives for T Dot as well. But as the game went, excuse me, um, excuse me, Owen should have relied more on using his size, and that would have really helped him. But he still was clearly up by the time the game got ended. This was a good scrap. I see that it's made its way around the scene. Everybody's commenting on this around the scene. So This ain't what we want to glorify, but this is what happens, man. Sometimes it gets this real. Shout out to the security that was able to control the scene. I was really proud of that because this could have ended up very ugly. Um, Security was on point for this. Only thing I didn't like about this event was the one ref, the single ref. I didn't like that, but in general, um, everything was under control. We were able to see another good high level game right after that. This was not even the last game of the night, so I like it, man.
Very nice. Very nice event they did.
Yeah, that's all I have, man. That's all we got for this Watchtower debrief, bro. Uh, Try to go with no YouTube so that we could just continue to talk and have the conversation flowing instead of us pausing and waiting to watch something. So we want to make sure that this is an experience that's good for um, both viewers and listeners.
Yeah.
Um, Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and follow on our social media. We like to repost the major things going on in the scene, and we think y'all should be tuning into. So uh, stay tuned and come be a part of the Watchtower. Come join our Discord as well. I put the Discord link in all of our biographies, our descriptions on our YouTube. So join up, man. All right. Take care. Take care, Jim.